Hey agents, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please stick around. Check out the other videos within the channel. Today, we're going to start talking about skills. Skills in the Division are some of the most powerful tools in your arsenal, but if you're just starting out, the game does a terrible job of explaining how they work. Sure, you can see cooldown and damage numbers, but what do they mean to you? And more importantly, how can you make them work for you? So in this video, we're breaking down how skills scale, what stats matters most, and what the game doesn't tell you that can make a huge difference in how powerful and reliable your setup becomes. So let's do it. So you have skill tiers, and they range from 0 to 6. Each tier boosts a skill effectiveness, whether that be damage, healing, duration, and sometimes radius. Now, tier 6 is the cap, but Overcharge can push beyond that temporarily, and that's specific gear and group buffs. A +1 skill tier is a core attribute, usually found on yellow gear and gear sets. Now, by yellow gear, I mean skill gear. Many new players confuse the skill tier with skill haste, and they're totally different. Now, some skills scale better than others. Seekers and turrets benefit heavily from higher tiers, while hives and traps, they just might need some smart placement. Skill haste is a percentage stat that reduces cooldown time. 50% skill haste does not mean half the cooldown time, though. It's diminishing returns. Use cooldown numbers, not percentages, to measure that effectiveness. For example, a drone with a 30-second base cooldown might drop to 18 to 20 seconds with high skill haste, but you'll never hit instant reuse unless you build something like an infinite insert whatever here hardware build. But don't forget, you have mod slots. Mod slots are unlocked based on skill tier, but the benefits vary wildly. Damage mods increase your output, but some also lower cooldown, so you might want to check the trade-offs. Radius, duration, and charges can be more impactful than raw damage in support builds. So you want to watch for mods that add +1 to numbers of charges, especially chem launchers or hive revives. These are game changers. If you're running a red or blue build but want some utility, well, there's the striker drone. Still distracts and does chip damage with 0 skill tier. A scanner pulse, always useful for intel even at tier 0. Decoy, one of the best PvE and legendary survival tools, and doesn't require a full yellow build. You also have the Booster Hive. It adds weapon damage and movement speed, great for support skills. Okay, so skills that that really shine with full yellow skill builds. Well, there's the Firestarter Chem. High damage, but only with big boosts and skill damage rolls. The Stinger Hive. Incredible in group play or solo, but needs tier 6 and good mods if you really want to do some fast and heavy damage. It's disgusting in the dark zone. You also have your assault turret and artillery turret. Strong, but it's static. It's better in control scenarios. And then you have your status skills like burn, shock, and jammer. Maximize effect with skill duration and status effect bonuses. So, what I use, most of the time I'm using a Revive Hive and Striker Drone on a DPS build. However, those skills are not always optimum for everything in the game. If I'm running incursions, sure, I'll still use my Striker DPS build, but for the first 2 encounters of the game mode, I'm using a Revive Hive and a Decoy. During the tanker section, I swap the Decoy out for Disruptor Pulse for the drones that come in halfway through the encounter. After that, I swap back to the Decoy for the rest of the incursion. If I'm running my Striker Has-Pro build, I run a Shield and a Revive Hive for the current season. And depending on the situation, I replace the Hive with a Striker Drone or Decoy. I tend to be a bit lazy, so I'm always looking for efficiency within my game style and game skill. And sometimes I have to remind myself that I need to change things up from time to time, because my old way of doing things may no longer be efficient later on down the road. So remember, change is good from time to time. The Division 2 gives you powerful tools, but it doesn't always tell you how to get the most out of them. Skill builds aren't just for support players or solo farmers. They could carry missions, control enemies, and save your squad. Whether you run full yellow or just need a backup plan, understanding how these systems work can make or break your build. If this helped you rethink your skill choices, drop a comment and let me know what your go-to setup is. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, especially on a Friday. Please leave a like and a comment. Help me with the algorithm. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Subscribing does more than boost my exposure. We're trying to grow as a community, and engagement is where it's at. We're on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. X and Discord details are in the info tab on the channel. Until the next one, this is Hannibal, signing off.